Hey everyone, I'm Daniel and this is Andre, and we're here for Historic Sim Studios at the Rennsport Summit and the conference that's being held here for this weekend. And so we're just going to answer a few questions, and then of course we're going to be posting videos throughout the weekend, trying to kind of keep a finger on the pulse. I'll also be posting a couple of shorts and things like that to Instagram and to YouTube on the Historic Sim Studios YouTube page, just kind of giving some quick updates as we go along and just trying to give you guys the information, because this is, of course, I know a lot of you are really interested to see how Rennsport and modding is going to be working together, and kind of in the entire sim racing community, how that's going to work out, and making sure that it works out for all of you and the cars you want and things like that. Especially, a lot of you, of course, are historic sim racing fans, and making sure that's not going to get overlooked.
So, what's your first impressions about Rennsport Summit?
So myself and Andre, we got here yesterday, and of course we went by the venue, and we got in, and we were, the people finishing setting up, and so we went inside, and it's just crazy. You got GT3 cars at the entrance, Mercedes, a GT3 car. It's just really cool, and of course, on the inside they got tons of high quality VRS sim rigs set up, and it's gonna, of course, they're going to be hosting many of the fastest sim racers and esport race car drivers from around the world, and it's the first round of the ESL championship, and so it's this is just a top-notch event, and so it's exciting to be here as a mod studio because, of course, we just passed in the lobby. We passed Gamer Muscle and Random Call Sign. We're just down the lobby, and you got people from Traction here. I had a conversation with some of the Traction guys just earlier today at breakfast, and then James Baldwin, I ran into him while I'm trying to grab a croissant. So it's people like that all here being brought together by Rennsport, and it's genius by them because they're able to keep a pulse on the finger of the sim racing community, and so it's really going to be fun, I think, and it's going to be a lot of good stuff, and we're excited because, of course, the modding part, and that's what we're going to be bringing to you, is kind of that perspective of how modding, and especially historic sim racing and the cars, how is that going to be brought to Rennsport?
And how Historic Sim Studios will be involved in the Rennsport conference?
Yeah, and so that kind of follows in with what I was touching on. So we're here to essentially, we have, one of our people we work with, Tyrone Hesbrook, who's also known as Nuke Drop. He is going to be presenting at the summit, and of course we work closely with him, and so that's great to have that he's a big part of this. We're going to be giving some talking with a lot of the mod teams. We're going to be working on some of the sim rigs they have set up, where we're going to be working with the modding code and things like that, on making sure, what exactly do they have now, what is the product that we have now for Rennsport, obviously still in an alpha state, and how can we provide feedback even in the earliest stages when we are helping to make sure that at the end result is a product that's going to be optimized and great for modders. And especially the big thing I'm loving is the fact they really want to provide some resources and some innovations within the Rennsport game engine that supports historic cars. I mean, historic cars are a little different. And so I know that the market this is modern GT3 racing, but I'm going to be honest, I'm going to tell you right now, they are looking out for the historic sim racing modding community, and they're going to bring some features that have never been brought to a sim racing game before, and I'm excited to help them develop that, and we're going to be working hand in hand to make sure that this game is everything that you could hope for. And so that's really what we're doing here this weekend.
Perfect. And what is your first impressions about Germany?
Oh yeah, so 11-hour flight for me. I think it was 11-hour flight for you too.
11 hour.
Yeah. And my seat, flight was fine, whatever. I don't mind. I fly a lot, but the seat bottom was so hard. My rear was definitely sore by the time I got here in Germany. But I'm glad to be here. The people are really friendly. Not always, maybe not. A lot of them understand English. I definitely don't understand any German, so they're better off than me. I got to admit that. But Andre's been very helpful. He studied a little bit of German, and of course he speaks Portuguese, and he speaks English as well, and he's just more naturally gifted with languages. So he's actually been helping me out a lot as we go around, and I'm like, I don't understand. Do you understand, Andre? And somehow he figures it out. So it's been great having him here, and we're just having a good time. We've been walking around. We're right near the Microsoft campus, so there's kind of a park running right by the hotel, and then we've been walking down. There's a grocery store down there, so we've grabbed some things to eat, some drinks and stuff, and so we're just settling in. We're here for the weekend, and I'm looking forward to it. We're going to keep putting out videos. I think Andre's excited. He was interested in the cars that we got here. But what was the first car we got to ride in, the taxi that picked us up?
A Prius. I got to Germany to ride in a Prius.
So that was kind of funny. I thought that was great. But yeah, so we're looking forward to hopefully getting to drive in some a lot cooler cars, and of course some amazing simulators and things like that as we work with the Rennsport team here during the Rennsport Summit. So lots more videos to come over this weekend, and we're going to keep you updated, and we're going to make sure to keep you on the pulse of what Historic Sim Studios is doing here at the Rennsport Summit as the sim racing community gathers together. So thanks for joining us, and thanks, of course, as always, for all your support and everything, and supporting Historic Sim Studios, subscribing to the YouTube channel, supporting us on Patreon. It's so valuable, and none of this would be possible without your guys' support. So thanks so much, and we'll follow up in the next video.